Let's get ready to rumble, boys. Welcome to the stream. Auto Resolve here with part 66 of our Wartales Extreme Ironman Let's Play. We are taking our second crack here at the recent DLC, The Curse of Riga. And yeah, we got a little bit. I mean, we took things slow. But we have entered this cursed province. We didn't get much exploration done, but we're right in the center of it. We passed through this haunted forest here, which, yeah, it's going to be very interesting. See how things go. I'm just going to do a quick audio check, hoping that everything is all right. All right, yeah, that looks good. Yeah, I think we're just about ready to rock and roll. Yeah, I think everything's good. Sounds like the audio is working, and hopefully, I don't know. I haven't looked into a fix for the problem that we were having with the bell alert that was going off with the chat previously, but it seems fine now. With like I've got like a temporary fix, but which seems to be working. In any case, yeah, let's crack on. A few things. I just spent half an hour or so going through the gear and everything, and just giving a few folks some upgraded gear because there were a couple of characters that had leveled up and were ready for some new gear, and I've done some pretty significant, well, I don't know, I say significant upgrades, but we've tweaked the Akroma the Wolf Tanner's build. She's now wearing the Peace Bearer's Sigmata. She doesn't have a rare helmet. She's got an unusual helmet, which is still good, but it's it would be better if she had a rare helmet. I think I was gonna say, thought we had a rare one ready for her when she levels up, but maybe not. Could be in the travel post. We'll take a look in the travel post. But anyway, the tweaks that I made. So we've still got the Mare Brooch, which gives her plus 15 critical hit, reduces 1 movement, but instead of the reinforced layer of the rat, which gives reinforced layer of the rat gives plus 1 movement, plus 6 critical hit. Instead of that, I've gone with the layer of the fox, which gives her an additional 3 movement. So we've done 2 of those. So 6. So essentially, she's getting plus 15 critical hit and plus 5 movement because she loses 1 movement for that. So her movement's all the way up to 27, which means she'll be able to get through a lot more enemies now as well, just because she's got more movement. And there is one more little adjustment we've made as well. I put on her, I didn't realize that yeah, I forgot about this stamp. Every time this unit lands a critical hit, which will be 100% of the time after she uses Exert, and she can continue striking because of Frantic Chain. Every time she does that, her critical damage is increased by 5% for the rest of the battle. So I think that stacks, right? It should stack. Every time this unit lands a critical hit, the critical damage is increased by 5%. We'll see if it stacks. We'll see how high her critical damage. I'm pretty sure it does stack because this is the stamp that I've been using on Jin here. Jin's got 2 stamps, or well, he doesn't have 2 stamps, but he's got that stamp, and he's also got the Legionary's Oath. Damage increased by 5% per attack executed until end of turn. You know what? We could give her the Legionary's Oath as well. Actually, no, she needs the conversion oil. Legionary's Oath wouldn't work. But yeah, the Pirate's Lucky Charm, I think it stacks. So I guess we'll test that out. But yeah, that's the main differences. And there's like a few changes to some of the gear that some of the other crew members were wearing. But yeah, pretty much ready to hit the road. We'll just quick break down a few or dismantle a few things that we can get rid of. I don't think we need this. That's common. Hold on to that for now. Hold on for that for now. That was Antrari's gear. Antrari was due for a gear upgrade, but don't need that. It's only on usual. These layers, we don't need those. And then probably some of this other stuff can be broken down. We'll get rid of that. It's just common. And level 15 required, level 12 required, level 10 required. I'll get rid of that. It's only level 7. Definitely get rid of that. That can go. That can go. And that can go as well. Yeah. And we do have another Ulfark's Ulbert, which is higher level than the one she's currently using, but she's just level 12. So when she hits level 13, we will equip that, and she'll be even more deadly than she already is, which is pretty fucking deadly. She's, yeah, a monster. Anyway, yeah, I didn't even think to put the Pirate's Lucky Charm on there, but holy smokes, she's gonna be... I mean, if it doesn't stack, then it's not gonna be a big deal, but I'm pretty sure it does stack, and we should be able to realize if it stacks. One thing I do want to do as well, though, is I want to take a look at this, this weapon that we picked up from those dudes. So the King's Knights have the most beautiful and elaborate sensors by far. Dexterity plus 77, tactical fog skill. So tactical fog, inhalation, gains protective smoke. Applies relentless to allies engaged in the area. If 2 inhalations or more were consumed, also applies weakening to enemies in the area. That does sound pretty good. Protective smoke, which is kind of what we're going for with this character. Though what would be the advantage of having 2 weapons? I'm just wondering. Fumigation gains 2 toxic miasma. Purge deals 74 damage to the units in the area. Okay, so the toxic miasma, I think is the enemies are picking that up. I think the inhalation, fumigation. I think. I don't know. I gotta play around with that unit. It's very confusing. I don't know. I went through similar sort of thing with the what do you call it? The crossbows. The crossbows took me forever to well, I mean, I don't want to say forever, but it took quite a while to figure out how to use them and all that sort of stuff. Which way are we going here? All right. Yeah, we're gonna go this way and just get around those guards. Yeah, so it appears that we're probably going to have to go into the forest quite often. Like, I think the forest kind of... What do we got up here? A little bit of wolf meat. Yeah, I would have been on sooner, except what had happened was... I forgot about the Game Awards tonight, and I don't know. I couldn't really care less about the Game Awards. It's sort of like whatever for me. Not like super interested in it. But what I was kind of interested in is I wanted to hear the announcement from Creative Assembly. They're announcing their newest the next Total War game, which is also going to be a fantasy Total War game, and it's going to be Warhammer 40k, and I don't know. I mean, like, the trailer, the cinematic trailer makes it look so fucking cool. I'm like, okay, like this looks fucking awesome. Like looks like some badass shit going on down in this thing. But then when you kind of break it down, yeah, we're gonna have to go into this bloody forest, man. By the looks of things. Hang on a second. Can we? How much oil do we have for this thing? But yeah, then when you look at the gameplay and stuff, and the UI and stuff like that, it just looks awful. Some of the stuff that anyway, I'm not gonna belabor or get into it too much because it's very early. There's things could change, and there's not really, the game is in pre-alpha, so we don't really know too much about what's happening in the trailer and stuff like that. So that there's not too many details at the moment. But from what they released, aside from the cinematic stuff, it just ugh, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good at all. Where would the oil for our lantern be? It's not going to be under food and alcohol. So anyway, I got held up because I was waiting to hear what they were going to say about that, and I was listening to Legend of Total War stream, and then Legend ended his stream, and I'm like, okay, cool, I can get to work. But partial this remedy can heal lycanthropy in subjects who have not yet transformed. Ah, so if you transform, I feel like you might not be able to be healed, though it's partial lycanthrope remedy, so maybe there's a full lycanthrope remedy. Components. I don't think it's component. I'm trying to figure out how much oil we have for our freaking our lantern. Is it I bet you it's under miscellaneous. Maybe not. There's our lantern. I don't know how much fuel we have for this thing. Injection, nope. Ticket read codex, that's not it either. But anyway, Legend ended his stream. I'm like, cool, I can get to work. And then he raided Voland, who Voland, he's not for everyone, but I do enjoy his analysis of things. And I personally, I'm a fan of Voland. To be honest, I actually really enjoy his Shogun 2 content is peerless. Nobody else does Shogun 2 like Voland does. Yeah. And then Legend came into Voland's Voland's stream and was talking to them for like half an hour. So I probably would have been here much earlier. Had it not been for that. Anyway, I have no idea how much oil we have for this freaking lantern, and don't see it anywhere in our inventory. Do we even have oil for it? Lantern oil. Okay, teaches you how to make lantern oil, and the work are derived from what the oil, animal fat, and oily fuel powers of lanterns. Rigels. Alright, before we jump down in the forest, let's just hop back into the town, because the town is right there. And I just want to pop into the apothecary quick and see if we can make lantern oil here. Oh, man. The game's getting too big for its britches, guys. I don't know. Here for the partial. Here for the plague. These are oils. Wedding oil. But, I mean, those are like Oils that you add to weapons. So I don't think it would be in that list. I don't know. Anyway, well, yeah, just the thing is, I don't want to go into the woods without proper supplies, essentially, is what I'm kind of thinking. But, I mean, we'll probably be able to stumble our way out. Plus, if our companions go mad, then we get kicked out of the forest, I think is the way it's supposed to work. But... yeah, I don't know. Don't see it. Unless it was... it's not... wouldn't be something in this, would it? Roast rabbit. It's not a food item, is it? I don't think it was. Anyway, fuck, I don't know. I'm sure we'll figure it out here at some point. I'm probably just missing it. But yeah. Let's head into the woods and get lost. There is a road. I prefer not to fight these guys. Shit.
Do you think we were too busy hunting lycanthropes to notice what you're up to? You will pay for your crimes.
So they caught us. Yeah. Alright, no problem. Our wanted level's high anyway. Attacked in the dark. Your companions have been caught by surprise in the darkness and will suffer a disadvantage in combat. Well, shit. What does this do? I think that's our sanity meter here. The lower your troops' mental health gets, the looser your grip on reality. Thought for a minute there we were maybe frozen. So damage taken increased by 10%. And nervous wreck. This unit cannot be hit by an enemy during the entire fight. Okay. Why is... oh. Oomph is a wavering will. This unit must end each turn next to an ally. So they're, those two are apparently starting to go mad. Can't be hit by an enemy, and Oomph must end his turn. Be aside an ally. But anyway, this is gonna be fun. They're bunched together, and yeah, Akroma is going to go on a murder spree here, I think, is what we're gonna do. Since these fuckers think they're, yeah. Put you right there, and, Odin. Who's up first for them, just out of curiosity's sake? That guy. Alright, a free bird should probably come all the way over here. It's, I'm gonna put you right there. We're gonna put silver. Silver's right here. Actually, we'll put silver there. And then we'll drop Otto right beside him. Or near him. Alright, they're in the mud over there, though. And then we got a bunch of ranged units over here. I'll put some tankier units on the other side. Our range over here. Okay, we got... I'd prefer not to put units right in the middle there. That is my preference. And then switch the two of you, and then there we go, go like that. Oh, this guy don't like you there. And switch you. Alright, I think this looks pretty good. Oh, actually, we've got 2 spaces there, too. Poison Ferry over here, too. I mean, I'm fussing a little bit just because we've been caught off guard here. But I don't think, oh, we've got our Nurgle there. I don't think it's going to be too much of a problem, really. Yeah, Kebabia up front. So, yeah, this guy can get to only our tanks. But I want to say a Chroma is probably going to be able to reach him. And actually, I'm going to... Do I want to switch Chroma there? Actually... So, we'll go bing, 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 bing. Bing, 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 bing. Bing, 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 bing. Yeah, I don't know how many she's gonna get through, but we're about to find out. Let's actually, you know, I think you're closer to him there. Let's drop this down. +2. Some other units will get the benefit of her ability as well. Hold on to that until the end. But anyway, this should be interesting. Her critical hit is okay. It's above 108%, or above 100%. Dryhearts here says new class is OP. People are saying, "Oh, really? Eh?" I haven't really figured out how to use it, and I don't know. I mean, that's pretty typical usually when they add a new class. It's like didn't they try and nerf crossbows after uh-oh. Oh. Shit, you know what is happening here? Frantic, surprise. Damage taken increased by 10%. So, shit. She's 62. I think she's actually... She's actually losing a little bit of HP here. But once... I think she'll gain it back. She's at 65, yeah. She's not doing much damage to him right now. Yeah, she's starting to gain it back a little bit. But yeah, that additional 10% damage that we're taking because we've been surprised has her not gaining back as much HP. But it's also, these guys are really tanky until you get their knock their guard down, and then once their guard is down, you can do some damage. Yeah, see, she's gaining it back now, and all right, yeah, she seems okay. I was worried there for a second. I'm like, oh, she might not be able to murder things. Yeah, that's interesting. Try hard. I haven't really experimented too much with ours, and I'm still kind of figuring out how to use them, but I think the one, like, I've made ours more of a support character, but, just to buff our units and help protect our own units, but I think the one that, does enemy debuffs, I think is crazy, has the most potential. Like, it's basically sort of like, I can definitely see how it could be really overpowered. Especially with the, like the debuffs. Like it honestly, like it looks like has the potential to be sort of like a poisoner, but on steroids. So I could definitely see that. But yeah, I haven't really messed around with it too much. But yeah, how's it going, Tryhard? What have you tried the new DLC at all? Yeah, so I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it seems like the Pirate's Lucky Charm is increasing your damage. I'm just curious how high her damage is gonna get by the end of the battle here. 298. Definitely seems like it's stacking. Which I wasn't 100%. Yeah, 331. $314. But yeah, the 270. 330. This guy's the real test, though. He's the one. He's the real tank here. 176, but goes down every additional hit because of his has something to do with his shield. I forget what it is exactly until we knock his guard down, and then once his guard's down, we hit him for a proper amount. But yeah. Yeah, interested to play around with the new class. We haven't even really seen too many of the other sensors, the weapon that they carry or the lantern thing that they carry. Tryhead says no, gonna buy it today. Also saw in Discord, companion can turn into werewolves. Yes, yes. We haven't had anyone in our party become infected yet. And I don't know. I'm curious. There's a new the new starting companions. You can actually start as werewolves in the game, which would definitely be a fun playthrough to do like a werewolf themed playthrough, or at least starting a campaign. But yeah, Pirate's Lucky Charm definitely seems like the perfect choice for this character because yeah, it just speeds things along because her damage increases every hit. But we're starting to run. I think we're starting to run out of movement. I don't know. Yeah, just up to 550 damage. Which is quite nice. Yeah, I feel like we just need one character now. She can pretty much take on everybody herself. It's ridiculous. I'd really love to be able to get to that guy there, since he's the next one to move. But yeah, even that tank, she took him down like he was nothing. 603 now. Yeah, I don't know that we'll be able to reach him. Okay, yeah, actually, I think we will. This is where the grappling hook is going to come in handy. Yeah, okay. We'll let them go. But, yeah, I think she's pretty much invincible now. Just about. Large fin double axe. Though abandoned centuries ago in all other kingdoms, double-edged axes are back with a vengeance in Alizar. Slashing chain. Deals 60% strength damage to the target 2 times. Each attack increases subsequent damage by 40%. Critical hit attacks 1 additional time. Target 2 times. Each attack increases subsequent damage by 40%. Critical hit takes 1 additional time. So, on a critical hit, does 3 strikes. But it's a single target from the sounds of things. It's not a an area of effect. It's not bad. We got Decimate. Deals 100% strength damage. Damage increased by 50% to non-engaged units. Then forces units in the area to disengage. Through immediate area of effect. Wait a minute. The axe. Double-edged axe. Yeah, it doesn't have an area effect. This sword sounds like it could do some serious damage. Deals 150% strength damage to units that aren't engaged. And it's got a 3 meter... Ah, shit. I didn't mean to pick up those dead bodies. Damn it. Knight's Crossbow. Each round, the first time this unit deals damage to a unit engaged in combat with an ally, forces the ally to disengage and grants them brutality, then gains reload. I feel like the, I don't know, what is it, the guard crossbow? I feel like the guard crossbow is probably better than that. Give you some more critical hit, Mr. Odin. Alright, cool. Yeah, we lost the road, so that's our... Okay, so here's the lantern. Ah, shit.
Do you think we were too busy hunting lycanthropes to notice what you're up to? You will pay for your crime.
Yeah. Attacked in the dark. We got caught by another bunch of these fucktards. Oh, shit. Tryhard says, is there a way to level up fast? I stopped playing the game for a while because I lost my 250-hour adaptive campaign save. Well, my friend, there is, but it's a bit cheaty. But I mean, only takes a few out. Like if you want to do an adaptive run and get your characters to max level, you can use the tavern to do it. But I mean, if you don't want to do the method, like I've got online on the video, let me find it for you. There's a save file where pretty much nothing is done in the game, and you get to start with the companions at the max level. But the only thing is, it's on adaptive, so getting them gear right away is going to be a little bit difficult. But once you get them a little bit of gear, you should be fine to get going. Let me see if I can find the video for you. Otto. But I mean, it should be pretty easy to find on the channel. Tavern max level. Yeah. Here it is right here. This video right here, and there should be a link in the description of the video. Oh, sorry guys. Yeah, this link should give you the save files. So if you don't, if you want to start the game with max level companions, there's a save file there. You don't even have to do the work. But like I said, getting gear for them, they're completely naked, so it'll be a bit of a challenge to get a little bit of gear for them right away. But that's an option for you. Aside from that, it's just basically gonna have to grind it out. There are some ways, like one of the things that you could do if you want to grind it out a little bit is you could, once you get the banner, once you unlock the banner, and have some companions that have some like area of effect weapons, and like once you have weapons or characters able to deal with the rats in the rat nests, what you can do is trigger the banner to gain extra experience from a fight, and then you can go into the rat's nest and just deal with wave after wave after wave after wave of rats, and you'll gain like heaps of experience fairly quickly. But it's a bit greasy because you're fighting against rats. Those rats nests are always kind of yeah, things get a little bit greasy in those rats nets. What's the effects here? But that's another way you can do it. And then of course you've got the combat post helps a little bit as well, that you gain a little bit of experience after each rest. For each valor point used by this unit, the troop loses 2 mental health. DZ kid, oh man, I'm just gonna call you DZ because I can't pronounce that. He says hello, Otto. Oh, welcome to the stream, my man. Yeah, I don't want to embarrass myself by trying to pronounce your name. Man, I want to attempt it, but yeah, it's not gonna come out very good. For each valor point used by this unit, the troop loses 2 mental health. So he shouldn't actually be. I mean, he's got these abilities, but I don't know if that counts as him using a valor point because the AI is controlling him. So I don't know. Je ne sais pas. Anyway, my preference is to get everybody sort of all over here on the same side if we can. We can mostly. Let's put Kebabia up here in the corner, and put Swain over there beside him, and then Aurora come over here. But I think we're gonna do the same thing again in this fight, just to move things along. Damage taken increased. And we've got a couple more companions strung out here. And a switch. You two. And you, sir. Actually, what we could... No. They won't do that. I'll put the warhorse over here. For each for each valor point used. And this unit must defeat an enemy during this fight. Okay. So, alright, we should start with that. Well, let's put silver up front there. And and then I think we will put a chroma right here, and she can go in there. But yeah, I think we start the fight with Freebird here, just so that we can make sure that we complete that objective or whatever. Yeah, there we go. Alright, good job. So that removed her negative thing that she had on her. And then come on in behind a chroma, because a chroma is going to go on her little warpath now. But yeah, I like that they're adding some more things to make things a little bit more challenging. But I think we're still gonna be fine for the most part. Though I guess maybe starting her off in the Akroma off in the mud might not have been the wisest decision, because she's not gonna be able to get to as many enemies. But anyway, not a huge deal. She's still gonna do a ton of damage. Who's okay? That guy's next. But yeah, try not to lean on Akroma too much, but since we're new to this area and we've been caught kind of off guard, we might want to consider, I don't know if we want to get our wanted level down necessarily, but we might want to consider using the banner to fake innocence so that we're not constantly being chased by these guys. Because puts us at a significant, like, it's just going to slow things down a lot too. Like, I mean, we've got the tools to be able to deal with them. But yeah, getting ambushed, there's other things in the woods that are going to start ambushing us as well. And if we've got to deal with these guys constantly, it's gonna really slow things down. But might give us the opportunity to get some new gear. But yeah, I did want to try out the new stamp that we put on it, on her helmet, which definitely seems like it was a great idea. But yeah, starting in the mud here was a terrible idea, I think. I didn't realize it was all mud in there. Make sure we get the leader. But yeah, every time she scores a hit, every time she scores a critical hit, her damage output goes up by 5%. And every time she does an attack, she scores a critical hit, so it's yeah. Pull this guy in, switch places with them. Grappling hook is handy. I mean, she would be doing a bit more damage if she had a roundel shield. But I feel like the grappling hook is a little bit more useful for certain situations. Because, I mean, technically she doesn't really need more attacks. Like, it's kind of... redundant to have the roundel. Though, she would heal more with the roundel on. So if she does run into trouble for some reason, taking more damage, like, the only units that are going to really give her a hard time are units that can counterattack. But even still, she should be tanky enough that she can absorb it. But if she were in a fight where she's constantly being counterattacked and taking damage to her health, with the defender's roundhill, she should be able to regain the health that they might be taking down. If she does take a bit of damage, but anyway. But yeah, we'll try and keep her in reserve more often and see if we can manage the fights with the rest of the group, just because kind of takes a little bit of the fun, or a lot of the fun out of the game, just being able to, like, completely destroy your enemies like this. But anyway, I mean, it's not like... She does have limited movement, but yeah, look at her crit now, or the damage she's doing. 760. Good dang. 778, and that's it. Alright, Chroma wins another one. Let's loot it all. Alright. Alright, we're fucking lost. We're off the road, and I don't know what those things are. There's some werewolves. I don't... Okay, we'll pick up those roots. We'll just keep going. Oh, leave them alone. It seems like we've got... The lantern needs oil to work. You can adjust the light's intensity. Hang on here. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh. Oh, that's... Whoa. That's why we were getting ambushed. There's some mushrooms. Fuck, man, we're totally lost. I don't want to burn up all of our oil. Where do we get more oil? God damn. Oh, our sanity is dropping down. We're gonna get kicked out of the forest here soon, because we're going. Companions descended into madness and fled from the weld, however they could. Alright, so where are we now? Okay, brought us back to here, to the town. Well, shit. Yeah, the thing is, I don't know. Requires a recipe, I don't know how to make more of the oil so that we don't run out of it. But, yeah, I don't know. It's fucking some scary shit, man. Tools, finance, yeah. Bountiful bounties, we don't really need that. Offer hunters. I was curious if they maybe added some more alcohol to the game. But yeah, it's gotta be... You would think it'd be on this list. Unless maybe... Maybe we don't make oil for it? Maybe it's just I could have sworn... that we're supposed to make oil for the lantern, but yeah, it doesn't seem like it. I don't know. All right. Well, shit. Yeah, I don't know exactly where we were, but we'll just go wander around in the forest. It doesn't. Is there an entrance to the forest over this way? I think. Like, yeah, there's some werewolves there. Let's try and stay on the road while we're in here. Okay, yeah, our lantern. Yeah, see, we've only got so much lantern. That's why we were ambushed in the dark. This is our lantern oil ran out, but like I said, I don't know. I don't know how to make more oil. This is fucking spooky as shit. Ooh, nice. Another training ground.
Last night, I was standing guard outside and I heard strange noises coming from the shed. When I opened the door, Jertha was devouring Klaus's entrails. Oh, how long have we been working alongside a lycanthrope?
I'd rather clean latrines at the Trade Palace for the rest of my life than set foot in the Weald again.
Yeah, the Weald is a little bit spooky.
Bah! If you think one more skill will protect you from the lycanthropes or the Weald, you're even more naive than you look. Rigel is where mercenaries go to die.
Does anybody need any upgrades? I feel like somebody might. 14, level 14, level 13. Yeah, your bow can be upgraded. 13. Good. Good. That can be upgraded, which means that can probably be upgraded too. Fire Forge. Son of a bitch. He can wear new armor. Level 11 required. Let's just switch these armors. There we go. There we go. Makes him a little bit tankier. Level 13, you're good. Chroma. Not wearing any legendary gear. That's fine. Good. That can be upgraded, and so can that. There's a bunch of upgrades that we could do here. You're all set. It's almost level 15. Gaunt's grenade. Oh, Gaunt's grenade is maxed out. This weapon can be upgraded. Shit. There's a bunch of stuff that needed upgrades. Which is gonna cost a small fortune. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, like, there is no way. Like, without cheesing the game with our selling skill books and stuff, like, there's no way we'd be able to afford to get our troops leveled up the way that we have. Alright. Alright. There we go.
Bah! If you think one more skill...
Alright. Weapons. That was the right bow, right? First shot, yeah. Liberator. Aurora. That's your weapon. And that's your shield. Fireforge. Fine. Fireforge. Oh wait, sorry, Gon's grenade. That. And alright, I think we're done with our upgrades. Alright, cool. Let's continue exploring. Take a look at the map here. Bandit's lair. Actually, hang on a second. Before we go in there, take a look at our... It's easy to make the lantern oil in the workshop. Derived from walnut oil and animal fat, this dense oily fuel powers the lanterns of Rigel's inhabitants. Is used to travel the weld. Tinkerer apprentice required. Basic. So we need more. Okay. We need more of the bile, I think. Requires 1 rest. And costs insufficient resources. Okay. Okay. We have to kill some, we're gonna have to kill some werewolves. For the resources. Fuck. There we go. Alright. I feel like we should mostly stay to the roads when we go into the woods and just try and gather resources. Oh, okay, we got an arena. You guys down for an arena fight? What do you think? Should we...
A shop's prestige is defined not by how many customers it has, but by their quality.
Oh, the legend!
Our merchandise is exclusively
Marcus
for fighters
Will
skilled enough to defeat our
Fart
champion.
says, howdy, howdy, my man. Marcus, what's cracking? Tryhard says, is the new class can heal the teammates' area of effect. Let's take a look. I'm not sure exactly. So we have like the healer class. Heals an ally for 30% of their maximum health and removes their debuffs. 1 inhalation. Bounces to the ally closest to the target within 4 meters. It sounds like it does, to be honest. It sounds like it could. I don't know. We didn't make ours a healer. We made ours a coordinator. But it does sound like he can heal multiple companions.
I hope you weren't expecting to fight in front of a roaring crowd. The wield alone was already enough to keep a fair number of spectators from getting here alive. So, now with the lycanthropes.
Alright, well... the arena, I feel like, if we're gonna cheese it, Chroma should be able to kill everybody in here without too much trouble. But in case that she can't, we'll bring her a little bit of backup. We'll give her... we should definitely... Let's bring silver. Because that'll give us a way to accumulate valor points if we need it. So bring silver. And then we should probably bring a tank. Actually, we should bring Jin as well. But I would like to have a tank. But though I could bring Antrari as well. Antrari is pretty deadly in the arenas. But I feel like with a Chroma, a Chroma's going to be able to handle this on her own. We could bring Lamborghini too. Lamborghini is good in the arena. But, who am I looking for? Aurora is pretty tanky. But, Big Booty actually is who I'm looking for. Oh, she's only level 13. Poison Berry. The poison is nice to have in the arena as well. Bring Lamborghini. Oh, silver. Yeah, this should be a... Allies who end their turn without lit up gain disoriented for 2 turns. Alright, let's see how she goes. Marcus Wolfart says, well, I should be going to bed. Just finished a crazy shift and I'm pooped. Thought I'd stop by real quick and say hello. Well, I appreciate it, man. Good to see you. I'm curious if you saw the Game Awards, the announcement for the new Total War game. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I like the looks of it, but anyway, it is what it is. Lit up. Oh, okay, so lit up is where they're positioned there. How much movement do you got? Yeah, I think movement-wise you should be okay. Alright, well, let's drop this down. But yeah, Marcus, good. Great to see you, man. I probably won't be on too late, but yeah, I should probably be heading to bed at some point myself. But yeah, I've been waiting all week for this DLC, so I wanted to play a little bit more of it tonight, because the next couple days I won't be able to get on. Yeah, this is going to be the easiest arena fight. I think Akroma here is going to be able to, or at least she should be able to take on all of them on her own. See you later. End their turn. Okay, each companion must end their turn next to an ally. But yeah, she's not gonna end her turn. She's gonna kill everybody. Nope. Thanks for coming out. Crowd doesn't seem to like that. Marcus says, bro, I sure did. I'm not crazy about it since I'm not a 40k fan, but I will say I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan and will be downloaded the Dauntless Days mod and try it out sometime. I am 100% going to be doing that too. I've got to work this weekend, so I work tomorrow. I work Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then I'm off for at least 2 weeks, maybe more from work. So I know 100% I've got at least the next 2 weeks off, which is going to be fucking awesome. So I'll be playing a lot of this, and I'll be playing a lot of Dauntless Days, and maybe like a little bit of Warhammer. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, that's kind of what's on the menu. I've been playing a tiny bit, whenever I have a little bit of free time, of the what the hell is it called? Age of Wonders, which is not bad. It's kind of growing on me. It's okay. It's got potential, but yeah, pretty much this and probably Dawnless Days. It's kind of on the menu. Following your victory, the crowded doors, you choose on an upgrade for the rest of the competition. Select a gift. Die. The death of an enemy generates 2 valor points. Every time companion is attacked, they gain fury. Yeah, no. Take the valor points. New arena rule. If there are fewer allies than enemies at the end of an ally's turn, that ally gains disoriented for 1 round. Okay, so we'll heal you up and then just take valor. Cool. Ready to go. Marcus says, "Oh shit, hell yeah, my man." Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. It's yeah, I don't know, like, feel like the best Total War game that's been announced that's coming out is a mod. Sadly, sad as that is. Anyway, what are you gonna do? Fuck. But I don't know, the mod looks pretty cool. I haven't seen too much of it yet. Dawnless Days, that is. I kind of wish it was on the Warhammer engine, but they might not be able to. Probably the modders are maybe not allowed to mod that game into Lord of the Rings because of the fact that it's a Games Workshop property. Probably is why it's not on that engine. It'd be nice if it was on the Warhammer engine, or it'd be nice actually if it was on the Pharaoh engine. I think though, having said that, the Pharaoh maps, some of the maps in that game are really big, or not really big, they're really small, the opposite. Though if the modders have tools to increase the size of the maps, then I'd say probably Pharaoh would be the best engine for it. But I mean, it'll be fine on Attila. It's just Attila. It's not the best optimized Total War game. Is the only gripe I have. But anyway, it should be fun. But yeah, in regards to the what do you call it? Warhammer 40k, I'm not too enthusiastic. I'm not a big fan of, like, I don't know, I'm not really into 40k. Like, it all looks kind of goofy to me. You know, I think, like, I would love to see, like, a Mech Warrior Total War if it was done right. But just everything they released, aside from, like, the cinematics in the trailer, like, the cinematics make it look kind of hype or whatever, but other than that, yeah, like, the actual gameplay that they showed didn't look great. Fulfilling a requirement grants an additional valor or intimidation. As long as an enemy is surrounded, they have destabilization. We'll just go crazy crowd. And heal you. Take some valor, take some valor, take some valor, and giddy up. Just send out the champion already. We you know, these guys have no chance. Chroma's just gonna kill them all. We could have done this with just her. We didn't even need to bring the other companions, but he's just unstoppable. Pretty much invincible. We pretty much have an invincible build now. I mean, I'm sure there's probably something that could take her down, but probably would have to do something pretty stupid for that to happen. See you later. Tryhard says, can you show the new DLC party member in the creation menu? Yeah, we'll take a look at it when we get out of here. Marcus says, yeah, I agree with you all. Honestly, there's a lot more smoother engines than Attila. Yeah, I don't know what happened with Attila. You know what? Thrones of Britannia actually would have been maybe a really good choice, because Thrones of Britannia really kind of polished the Attila engine, I think. But I mean, that might be more to do with like the fact that it, like, I think they like might have like dumbed down the statistics of the units and stuff, like, so like the physics, like I don't think there's as much going on there. But yeah, probably Attila was chosen because of probably the mod tools were maybe more flexible. They maybe felt that it would be better, or maybe they started working on it ages ago before those other games were out. I don't know. I don't know why Attila was chosen, but my suspicion is probably because Attila offered the most flexibility for modding tools to bring Lord of the Rings to life. The only thing I'm worried about is I think I was watching some of it and it sounded like they had some of the music in the mod from the Lord of the Rings, which means I won't be able to, like, I'll have to turn the music off because I won't be able to stream that because I'll get copyright strikes. It's the only thing I'm really worried about, but aside from that, I'm pumped for it, man. I'm really excited. Which I think it's supposed to release today, I think, like the new version or the full version for. I know like some YouTubers have been streaming it. They've had like early access to it, but I think for regular folks, it comes out December 12th, so sometime today. Improved strength of companions increased by 5% every time a companion lands a critical hit. If they apply bleeding, we don't need to put bleeding on them. We'll just bump up our strength a little bit. And yeah, there's nothing really we need here. All right, let's see what your champion can do. Let's see what he's got. Alfred must be engaged in combat by the end of turn. Okay, so he's got a bunch of friends, a bunch of peasant friends. It's lovely. But yeah, I'll just drop encouragement, drop exhort, and just go to work. I don't think we need to kill all of the peasants, but oh shit, he actually killed her. These are spectators. I've never seen a spectator enter the arena before, and because they're like usually in the arena, like when you make the fatal hit, they leave, right? Whereas these poor spectators are getting murdered. Yeah, I've never seen somebody die in the arena before. Holy shit! Look at the. It's got a lot of HP, but the chroma just does not quit. And every one of these strikes should get a little bit more deadly. It'll take a little while to get through his armor, but yeah, just a matter of time, mister. I don't know. This build is kind of... I don't want to say that it's ruined the game, but it's definitely broken as shit. I mean, we've got other tools that we could... I'm sure we'd be able to win this fight without her. But, yeah. Oh, shit. I didn't mean to do that. I clicked on the wrong button. Speaking of screwing things up. Anyway, it's okay. Marcus says, yeah, full campaign releases today. It's gonna be great. Yeah, like I said, I've got to work all weekend, so I probably won't have time to get into it this weekend, but probably at some point next week, early next week, I'll be playing a little bit of Dauntless Days.
Champion's weapon.
Cool. Perseverance. Let's see what that does. And then Nurgle would be able to use that. But yeah, I guess next fight, maybe we'll start playing around with Nurgle and see if we can figure out how to use this guy. But I have a feeling this is going to be too high level for him right now. Level 13 required. Nurgle is level 11, so it'll be a little while before he can use this. Inhalation. Heals this unit for 20% of their health, then gains support for each ally within 4 meters. Gains support for each ally in the area, then deals 50% purge. Gains support for each ally in the area, then deals 50% dexterity damage to enemies in the area, plus 30% for each application of support. Support for each ally within 4 meters. Support. At the end of each round, if this unit has 3 applications or more, removes all of their debuffs. Damage taken reduced by 20% per application. Okay. Alright, cool. After having 2 sensors confiscated for looking too much like the ones used by the knights, Alfred finally chose a more standard model and adopted it to his style. Yeah, so we got a little while until Nurgle is high enough level to use this. But it sounds like it'll be really good. Challenge damage to enemies in the area, 30% for each application of support. Alright, cool. Actually, what we should do as well is... Alright, Comrade, Chroma... Yeah, we'll keep Chroma on there. Comrade and Nurgle will switch. We'll put Nurgle on the training dummy and just try and get her leveled up a little bit more. Or Nurgle leveled up a little bit more quickly. Alright, cool. Next thing we should probably do is try and hunt down some werewolves because we need the bile. Can use +2 equipment. Amazing. Let's give him a saddlebag, and let's cook up another one of those. What is it called? Another one of those halters. Marcus Wolfart says, same here, judging all day Saturday and then busy Sunday. But good night, man. Great to see you again, and we'll see you again soon. All right, Marcus, take care. Pleasant dreams. Yeah, looking forward to seeing you again as well. Shit. Who was the guy that just leveled up? Fuck. I think it was Devastator. Yep. Accessory stamp. Alright, cool. Thinking about... I'm probably gonna do the second weapon. I don't think he needs Unstoppable. Though Unstoppable... You know what? I'm gonna give him Unstoppable. And we probably just use the one weapon and it'll be fine. But unstoppable, just because of the fact that he's the gear that he's got on, this mysterious insignia, that he can become invisible. Actually, you know what I forgot to do as well is the arena. See if she's got anything.
Step right
Yeah, she's got some
Don't
recipes
be
here.
Shy.
Susan
You'll love our selection.
Potpourri teaches you how to prepare soothing potpourri. The lycanthrope unit returns to human form at the end of each fight. Catapult teaches you how to craft the catapult. Throwing skill range +3. Very interesting. And Wolf Killer Bomblet teaches you how to prepare Wolf Killer Bomblet. Does 20% damage to units in the area, dealing double damage if the target is a lycanthrope. Alright, cool. Let's learn those recipes. So the catapult is a belt buckle, is that? Or is it? Hang on. Catapults. Yeah, it is a belt buckle. Throwing skill range +3. It's not bad. But I feel like we probably got better belt buckles. I'm tempted to give it to Batman, but I think Rod's left-hand glove is probably better. This unit deals 30% extra damage with thrown items. He's using bombs, and he's got the Elder Guard as well. So, I don't know. Doesn't really need it. But you know what? Yeah, no, it's fine. Alright. Cool. But would give him a little bit more range. Whereas Rod's left-hand glove gives him a little bit more damage. Alright. Arena, Brother Training Grounds, Stables. Hang on. Let's see if we can find the bandits' lair over here. Because probably the bandits have some... lycanthropes in there. Okay. Alright, let's do it. Fight them. But yeah, we need that bile in order to make the lantern oil. Alright, we'll try not to use a chroma here. I'm trying not to abuse her too much. And we want to try and figure out how to use Nurgle a little bit as well. They're bunched together pretty good. Who's up first for them? Okay, perfect. Okay, can't get to us. Alright, I think what we're going to do is we will put silver over here. And, yep, that's going to be perfect. And we'll put Otto down there as well. That's Eagle Seamus. Where's Otto? Otto down here. And position up here. It's a chroma there. Yeah, I mean, if we need a chroma, we've got her there, but I think think we're gonna be just fine without her. Yeah, these things are kind of squishy, to be honest. Though I don't know, we'll see. We'll see if they can put up a little bit more fight this time around. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what we're doing with our character there, but slowly figuring things out. Should just stay in behind there. Mm-hmm. Alright, yeah, this should be fine. If you take one more step this way, you can get all of... Alright, yeah, that's good enough. So... Actually, hang on. We'll use that first because we've got this to use as well still. Alright, I mean, we softened them up, but we didn't kill them all. Odin should actually be able to go in there and mop the rest of them up, I think. Yeah, Odin's weapon is another one of those weapons that resets after you use it, so you can do some significant damage. Alright, you're up next. I'm gonna drop this down. And this. And we might as well use orderly here as well. I see. Yeah, I'm gonna swing around this way. These guys still have a bit of health, but yeah, cut in two with... Every time he gets a kill, it resets the skill. He's able to use it again. Though he's another one that would benefit from the pirate's lucky charm, potentially. Shit. Shit. God dang it. Yeah, so right now it can't reach him. If he kills this guy, he's going to be able to reach him. And I can't... I should have ran earlier. Like, we should have ran across this way before he... And then we probably would have been able to get rid of the rest of them. But I think it's just probably better that he doesn't run. And that somebody else can finish those guys off. Jesus. They do that 200 damage. That poor Poppy, man. Ooh, that's not good. Shit. Though Eagle Seamus might be able to get it done. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Okay. How? Fuck. I should have moved. Well, no, I don't think it would have made much difference. I don't think he's gonna quite have enough movement, but maybe. We've still got run to use, so I'm gonna move right there. Take the shot on this guy. We just want to try and prevent them from getting any attacks in. And then we run. Actually, I'm gonna move to there, and now we run. Perfect. And can use Wrath to finish him off. Yeah, so just want to try and deny them any as many attacks as we can, because these guys can infect us with some, I don't know, I would prefer to try and avoid becoming werewolves in this playthrough. I think it would be fun to start a playthrough as werewolves, which is something we'll probably do at some point. But in this particular playthroughs, I don't want my companions to become tainted. Fuck, man, these things are they are a little bit tanky. I was saying earlier they were squishy, but maybe maybe I misspoke. They can tank things out a little bit. Alright, and just back it up. Alright, so this guy's next. I think probably Oomph can get in here. Dagon's hammer is so good. Like, the area of effect is just really overpowered. Though it looks like I think we have to kill all of them, actually, by the looks of this, because there's no morale meter. Maybe the werewolves are a little bit unique in that way. All right. Actually, I have Fire Forge. Come on up here. Dang it. Actually, get the two of them. Yeah, all right. I was saying they're a bit squishy, but maybe not so much. Maybe that was, I don't know. They can absorb a bit of punishment anyway. Fuck me sideways. How many hits is this guy gonna take? Though I bet we could have really charged up, what's her name? A Chroma here in this fight. Alright, yeah. Jin should be able to one-on-one this guy, I think. Switch to defensive stance. Yeah. Make your way back this way. Alright, cool. Okay. Alright, let's see if I can figure out what we're doing with our guy. Yeah, inhalation. So, gains 2 toxic miasma. Yeah, I think I see what's happening. So we come in here, and then what does this do? All allies in the group exit. Okay, allies that are engaged execute an attack of opportunity. Guarantee critical hit all units in the area. So if we use this inhalation, does that attack stance? Toxic miasma. So use it again. And then we drop this. And I think, yeah, they all take a little bit of damage. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we could potentially pump it up quite a bit. They're not, it's not regular bombs though. Anyway, it's yeah. I do want to test out the mysterious insignia though. We haven't yeah, if he doesn't make an attack, he goes and becomes invisible, which I want to we haven't gotten that to work quite yet. Not bad. Comrade's kicking some ass, as usual. Okay. Yeah, bring Evil Hoshi up. Should be able to finish these guys off as well. Though the only thing is the secondary crossbow we have equipped on these guys aren't going to be much use to us against werewolves. So 4 of them left. Your way back over here. But I mean, the standard crossbow is pretty good. Though I was looking at, I think the pirate's crossbow might not be, or it might be one that worth taking a look at, if I remember correctly. Contrary. Actually, take a step this way. Just try and make sure you get your instinctive throw off. I don't know. Yeah. It's too far for instinctive throw, I think. But He's not too far for the other weapon, though. But yeah, using run triggers instinctive throw as well. Alright, groovy. Easy game, easy life. Oh my god, we killed like fucking almost 40 of those things, and we only got 6 lycanthrope bile from that. That's lycanthrope tumor. Oh, we get wolf meat. Interesting. Can we... Alright, Tryhard wanted to see the character spec sheet. So this is the character spec sheet here for these guys. Valorous Audacity and Valorous Support, the usual. But then they also have a Valiant Weight, which is a little bit... I mean, like, it's... For this character, it makes sense. It could be useful, potentially, I guess. But I feel like Valorous Support is still... is decent enough. And then these are the different... But yeah, I think the Mixologist could be really overpowered, potentially. Like, the Mixologist, I think... Like, it sounds to me like it could be basically like a poisoner on steroids. So it looks pretty wild. Healer, if you're running with an animal party or if you're running with a werewolf party, the healer could be really, really useful. And then this is the one we're going with, the coordinator. I just thought this one would give us the best support for the party that we have. And then we've got passive fumigation. Every time this unit inhales, applies the sensor's inhalation effects to adjacent allies. Fortifying inhalation. Every time this unit inhales, they apply 2 protective smoke to themselves. Overblown. As long as this unit has 2 or more inhalations, enemies cannot engage them. Doping smoke is what we went with. When this unit purges, they apply 2 doping smoke to themselves and allies. Doping smoke increases critical damage and critical hit of the allies in the area, which I felt like would be nice, and gives movement increase by 2% per application as well. Regular cleaning. This unit can purge multiple times per turn. The purge skill now costs 2 valor and is no longer considered a base action. We might use that, like, when we might class specialize and double up on the regular and use regular cleaning. Future smoke. When this unit purges, randomly applies burning, bleeding, poisons, or corrosion to enemies. Yeah, so Mixologist, you could use that to get more burning, bleeding, and poison on units. But the bravery is a little bit confusing to me. I mean, it's so different. It's such a different character than all of the other characters in the game that it's going to take me a little while to experiment and figure out the best way to use it. Plus, we've only seen a couple of the weapons or a couple of these lanterns so far, so we don't know exactly how they all work. But that's yeah, that was the character sheet there. We are running out of lantern oil. That bandit lair should be... Oh, it's a ghost pack. Should be a bandit lair over here somewhere. Okay. Came out. Alright, where are we here? Oh, shit. We got turned around. There's a rat infestation there. Yeah, this forest is spooky as shit. The key to the puzzle. Let's pop into the camp. Oh, nice. Couple more ponies leveled up. Amazing. Alright, so Voltron is level 12. Oh, actually, let's make 2 more of those halters. Yeah, I feel like once we have 10 halters on our horses, that like we might not have to worry about enemies chasing us. I don't know. I'm interested to see if that works. But yeah, we'll go Traveler for you, sir. And view that and that. And Pony 1. This guy belongs to... This is aptly named by Comrade. Comrade guy. Good friend of the channel. Accessory and stamp. Go with this. And halter. Alright, cool. Yeah, enemy aggression range for hostile groups reduced by 10%. Yeah, looking forward to everybody hitting level 12 here. Okay, so... Alright. We need glowworm larva. I bet you the glowworm larva we can only find when our lantern is not being used. So maybe let's do that right now. Let's turn this off and see if we can find it. Though if we get... Okay, we found a road. Stick to the road, see where it takes us. Wood. Oh, merchants. Look at these fucking brave souls.
Might I interest you in my humble wares, my good sirs?
Find breastplate. Battle plate. Willpower +1. It's not bad, but it's only on usual armor. The rare armor is typically the good stuff. There's something there. Fuck! Attacked in the dark, your opponents have been caught by surprise in the darkness and will suffer disadvantage in combat. Shit. Dryhard says, can you show the new starting team now? I just showed it like two minutes ago. Oh! The new starting team from the beginning of the game. Got you. I see what you mean. Okay, just a quick detour, guys. So if you start a new game, you've got knowledge seekers as an option. So gives you the new character class, the thaumaturge, and then there's also you have a terrible secret. But yeah, the new starting team is warrior, swordsman, spiritman, and thaumaturge. So that's it. It's the, I think that's what you wanted to see, isn't it? Alright, so damage taken increased by 10%. 21, though there's only 21 of them. So that's not too bad. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14. Okay, yeah, they're all right there. This doesn't look too bad. I'll put silver here and where is Otto? Put Otto. Put Otto there. Arrange units there. Switch you. Alright, looks good there. Put these guys up front. Guys in behind. Chroma. Alright, looks good. That guy's first. Okay, that's alright. I think we'll go with Otto to start. Shit. I'm gonna be able to get as many as I was kind of hoping. Though, actually, should be able to get 3 of them. Yeah, they are. They are tanky. These werewolves. Let's snipe this guy. Alright, soften them up a bit, but we've got more work to do. Kababia kissing some ass. Sorry, kicking some ass is what I meant to say, but yeah. Kababia kissing ass sounds about right if anyone who knows Kababia from the chat. Dryhard says, I think the 10% fatigue is still better for hard difficulty. Ah, got you. Yeah, the terrible secret, like, it might be fun to play, like, to start the game with a werewolf party. I feel like would be, kind of cool. Yeah, you know what, we'll go with Odin. Probably might have been better choices. Or come on in here. Finish this guy? I don't know if he's gonna be able to finish him. Yeah, shit. God dang. Couldn't quite get him. Yeah, these this group's got some serious what would have been nice is if Poppy came over here and helped out Odin. Could have finished that guy off. Uh-oh. This fucking warhorse, he's one brave son of a bitch. Though, let's bring you in here. Yeah. Wonder. Yeah. Let's get you right in here. Because I feel like you can do the most damage. Maybe not. Take one step back. Yeah, dang it. I was really hoping we'd be able to get 4 of them. But they just seem... it's just like just a half a tile away from getting 4. Fuck, man, these things are tanky. Is it just, man? Yeah, 1600 hit point. This one, okay, so this is hired killer. These ones are the hypertrophied lycanthrope, which I think are a little bit stronger than the regular ones. All right, those two. How are we gonna get Poppy out of this situation? You know what? Silver. Come on in. Oh, look at the damage on the bombs. That's freaking... That's great. Shit. God damn. Oh, man, and you can't actually push them back, apparently. Fuck me, Silver's gonna take a hit here. Though, at least, I think... Shit, man. And with this... And... Just want to get, dang it, I should have maybe, well, kind of abandoning Poppy there. But I'm a little bit concerned. I don't necessarily want him to be able to get to Antrari. It's kind of what I'm a little bit worried about. These guys all should be able to tank a little bit of damage, I think. You just back up to about there. But, okay, that wasn't too bad. All right. Who's up next? Yeah, we sacrificed some critical hit with the way that I've, she's still just a journeyman tinkerer. When she hits, master tinkerer, yeah. I mean, she probably could kill a couple of them, but she's not gonna have endless, endless attacks. How much movement do you have? Alright, yeah. Let's get you over here. Jin should be able to take this one down at least. Maybe not. Okay, there we go. Got him. Got him. What's up next? Don't like that... Oomph there is surrounded. Where is Freebird? It's a good... good situation for you. Can you run? Oh shit. Ooh, fudge, 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 fudge. That's not good. That is not good at all. Oh, yeah. Ah, shit. Should have been able to use Wrath there. Does she not have Wrath? Oh, no, she does. Dang it. Ah, dang it. Okay. Attack. attacked him, but fuck, man, these guys, this group is tanky as shit. Maybe, underestimated them a little. Sombra. God dang, Odin's in the way. She's Wayne. Come on in here. But yeah, the bombs are gonna be even more valuable than normal. Should probably, especially if we get the crits. Probably we should just double check our bomb supply. I'm sure we probably got plenty, but it wouldn't hurt to double check what our supply is for bombs. Yeah, fuck me sideways. This group is, giving us a hell of a time. See what Antrari can get done if he can get a few kills here. With the Wrath first. And then hit him with this. And then come down and hit this guy. Nice, nice, nice. Fuck. Nice. Let's drop a heal on poor Poppy here. I wonder if the horses can become werewolves. So the other thing too, we've got to kill. Ah, shit! He didn't get the kill there. Got to kill all of them in order to end the fight. I'm gonna come over here. Actually, yeah. Alright, it's fine. Comrades, come on down. Yeah, we might want to consider changing our secondary crossbow on our guys, but I don't know. Sounds like a lot of work though. Fuck me sideways. Probably she wasn't the best one to throw that. Probably somebody with better strength would have been better, but anyway, what can you do? Alright, Hoshi should be able to finish this guy off at least. And then who's up next? That guy. Yeah. Come on down and soften him up a bit, I guess. Nice, nice, nice. What are we looking at? Oh. How much movement do you have? Okay, so he can't reach anybody right now. Let's probably just worry about this guy first. Booty. Alright, good. Gonna poison him. There we go. And then she should be able to finish him. Yep. Hang out over here. Alright. 3 of them left. What's up next? Oh, I haven't gone with you yet. Oh, shit. I was gonna use cutting maelstrom there, but it doesn't really make sense since I wasn't expecting her to kill the first one right away. Dang, these guys made us use a lot of our moves, man. Usually we get through a group of enemies pretty quick, but these fucking things tanked out quite a bit. Send in the Batman. Yeah, man, we kill like 40 of them and we only get like we get 4 of the bile. Alright, cool. Rigels. Hang on a second. Where? Oh, god dang. Okay, I see. I see. Whew, shit, man. Help requested. Wandering souls. Some travelers claim they were robbed of their lantern fuel by strange merchants. The Lord Mayor of Hosberg insists that the Weald be rid of these thieves. Hey, Caraco. Yeah, this is, yeah, we got turned around, and back here, we did not, these guys they've got some missing ponies that we're kind of looking for. I was not, didn't mean to come back this way. But let's follow the trail for the road. The road is paved now since we built the travel post. Shit. Fuck.
Do you think we were too busy hunting lycanthropes to notice what you're up to? You will pay for your crimes.
Yeah, we're gonna have to we're going to have to start faking innocence or allowing our suspicion to drop down, because when we're in the woods, it just, they're on top of us pretty much right away. I just don't really have time to, to get away from them is the main issue. Though, I mean, can handle them just fine, but it's just, you know, slows things down, essentially. Especially considering how large our party is. What do we got on these guys? Irrational Frenzy. This unit must end each turn engaged in combat. And Fireforge. This unit can never end their turn next to another unit. Oh, that's hilarious. Does sound a little bit like Fireforge, not too, yeah. Anyway, I think probably just to speed things along, we'll probably send a Chroma in to murder them all. But before we do that, we might, Otto might be able to take a few of them out quickly. Where's Silver? Alright. Yeah, I don't foresee too much difficulty here. We don't need to. Although I guess we should still... We should probably still deploy properly. Just in case shit goes sideways. So you must end each turn engaged in combat. Okay. I wonder what happens if they run away. Hopefully they don't die. Just double check there's nobody in behind us here. Alright, this looks fine, I think. Actually, switch the two of you. Alright, cool. I think what we're gonna do, let's just get Silver over here. Shoot, there was a blade there that we could have used. But yeah, essentially I want to... Alright, if you stand right about there, I think that should be fine. That should be good enough. Oh, shit. I didn't realize... I didn't think you'd be able to reach him there. I wonder why Poppy always gets to... It seems like Poppy always gets to go before Kababia. Though, Poppy, you put yourself in a little bit of an awkward spot there, but I mean, it should be alright. So what we're going to do here with Otto... We aim... Look at this. Look at this. This is ridiculous. I'm going to have to clip this or something. Oh my god. I mean, we're gonna have to put explosive oil on his weapon, because he would have done like heaps more damage there with the explosive oil. But Worked out okay anyway, but yeah. They're just lined up so perfectly for him there. That was great. Who else gets to go here? Okay, how much movement do you have? He's got enough to get to Poppy, which is not good. But I think let's just where did I leave her? There she is. Send a Chroma into action, and this won't take too long. But yeah, just to move things along. I don't want to necessarily use her all the time, but we'll use her occasionally. Especially in situations like this where we're fighting against assholes. But yeah, it's just a little bit... it's tough to avoid them when we're in the forest, because we don't see them coming, and then they're right on top of us. And it seems like the AI can see us in the forest, even these guys. I mean, it makes sense that the lycanthropes can see us, but for these guys to be able to see us is kind of, you know, questionable, let's say. Which direction should we go, actually? There's a bunch of them in that direction, but... just want to try and get as many as possible so that we can trigger them to run, and then that way we can end the fight early, basically. Again, inching closer. She is running out of movement, though. Or maybe didn't take the best route. I feel like we could have maybe got more of them, but anyway, as long as we'll start making our way back in this direction. She's still got a fair bit of movement. Oh yeah, yeah. Just all right. Should be able to get enough of them to end this fight. That was pretty sinister laughter. Whose laughter was that? Was that a Chroma's laughter, or was that one of them? That was... I don't know. Don't recall ever hearing that before. But yeah, with the Pirate's Lucky Charm, she just... every time she hits one of those crits, her critical hit goes up by another 5%. So she just ends up like... dealing so much damage eventually. There we go. Cool. Yeah, maybe they'll think twice before the next time they fucking chase us down. A bunch of assholes. Turn our lantern back on. Oh. Something was following us there. It didn't look friendly. We're almost out of lantern oil too. There's more of something following us. I want to get out. Let me out. All right, now we're out of lantern oil, so we don't have any choice. Glowworm larva. Cool. Picked some of that up. I get the feeling that the glowworm larva... Oh, whew. Bandit's lair. Look at this. Well, well, well. Cancel here for a second. I think we will do this bandit's lair fight. I think that's the mission that we had. Yeah, it is. I thought we were headed this direction. Fuck me sideways. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not crazy about this forest wandering around in the middle of the fucking dark. This game is gonna give me nightmares. So we're taking it on with 3 full skulls, which means lots of reinforcements, but more than likely we'll get through all of these guys before the reinforcements show up. But I just need to run to the washroom quick before we do this fight. I'll be right back, guys. It's a friggin' flurgin' snowstorm outside here. Yeah, it's quite a bit of snow. 35, 3 rounds of reinforcement, but it's extremely unlikely that their reinforcements will make it here in time. It's a little bit odd that usually the bandits' hideouts, there's like a little bandit tower, so it's a little bit of an odd sort of start to the fight. But anyway, we'll play it a little bit straight here. I guess we won't use I mean, it's tempting to just use a chroma and just fucking chop our way through them, but I feel like things are gonna get pretty dull pretty quick for everyone if we use her all the time. But I do like having her in my back pocket just in case we do need her. Alright, yeah, that's fine. Okay, that looks good. Ish. Oh, we got down here. Alright, yeah, we might be a little bit undermanned on this side. there. Jim there. Charlie. Okay. Maybe put Odin over there. Should balance it out a little bit. There he is. Odin. And then over here. Put you down there. All right. Yeah, I think this will probably be fine. Put you in front. You there. Right. Yeah. Oh, wait, that's Seamus, not Otto. Switch the two of you. It's not gonna be able to get too many with this. Two should be fine. We probably could get three with aim, but it's okay. We'll use Otto's bravery in this fight. Yeah, drop it in there. How much movement you got? Okay, he doesn't have enough movement. Just snipe one of these guys that's like way on the other side of the map. Yeah, that's the other thing. We're just fighting bandits. Bandits are gonna be so easy for our group to get through. Tryhard says, how do you get infected from the lichens? I think if you get bitten by one of them, you can get infected. But I don't know. Nobody's, I haven't had anyone get infected yet. But I think it's got something to do with them, if they bite you or whatever. But yeah, we haven't really taken a whole lot of damage from them as of yet, so I think we dropped the stream. I don't know what's going on. Connect your encoder. Okay, alright, we're good. Yeah. My stream crashed there for a second. I apologize, guys. Yeah, disconnect the chat. Disconnected, and then the hamster wheel was spinning, but it looks like it's running now. Ilatar says, hi, I just joined a minute ago and see the end of last fight. Could you explain how you attack again and again and again with the same mercenary? So, if you want like a full breakdown of the build, I've got a video explaining it. Let me just quick look it up for you and I'll just show it here. But I'll give you a quick rundown in a second too. But yeah, if you want like the full breakdown of the logic behind the build and everything, it's in this video here. Archaon, the ever-chosen, plays Wartales. Actually, if we go back, yeah, so this video right here will explain all the logic behind it and show the build in action. And we've got like a slight variation of the build, but essentially the build is completely centered around this weapon right here, which is a weapon that you get from the Skelmere Invasion DLC. So essentially, it has this ability, Frantic Chain. Every time you get a critical hit, the skill can be reused, but when you each successive use gives Frantic. So this unit loses 25% of their health the next time they use the chain. So every time you use Frantic Chain, you lose 25%. So hypothetically, you'd only be able to use it like maximum 4 times, and then the unit would die, right? But to compensate for the health that we're losing, we've put the conversion oil on there. Every time a skill deals damage, has a 50% chance to heal 20% of the damage dealt. So 20% of the damage that he's dealing, it's got a 50% chance to regain that health, but we've also put the conversion oil concentrate on there, which makes it 100% of the time he regains 20% or she regains 20% of the health that she deals out. And then just to give it a little bit more boost to make sure that we're getting enough health, I've put the soothing oil on there. Every time this unit deals a critical hit, they gain 5% of their maximum health. And essentially, you've got to get her critical hit above 100%, and then she'll crit every single time she hits. And once you hit level 12, you'll be able to use Exhort, which will give her 30% extra critical hit and critical damage. There's actually so you just need to get it to 70%, and then you can use the bravery. So we've tricked her out. We've put this brooch on there. She's really only limited by movement, so that's why we've put the layer of the fox on there as well to give her additional movement. But that's essentially the build, and we're also using the Pirate's Lucky Charm. Critical damage is increased by 5%. But if you don't have her to level 12, actually, there's a stamp, the Bandits, what is it called? Enhanced Focus. One of these guys, these bandits are wearing a helmet that actually does it. Bandits Focused. This unit gains enhanced precision for 1 round. So if you break down this helmet in the at the workbench, you'll get this stamp, and you'll be able to put that stamp on the character. So critical hit increased by 20%. So that way you wouldn't need the bravery. You could trigger that to give it an additional 20% critical hit. So I mean, there's a whole bunch of different ways you could do this build. This is one variation of it. There's a really good weapon, or a really good shield that you could pair with this, the Defender's Roundel, which basically does an additional attack every time you do an attack. So every time she hits Frantic Chain, if she had the Defender's Roundel, she would do another strike. But I've given her the Boarding Grapnel just because this allows her to pull somebody in. So when she runs out of movement, she can get one more guy with the changeabout, which is useful. But that's essentially it. I guess that was more more than a quick rundown. But yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's essentially based on the sword. But the video will explain where to get where you can get those oils and everything, where you can get all the stuff that you need for the build. So yeah, it's ridiculously broken. So I don't know. I feel like if I use it too much, it's going to, like, the developers are gonna become like, I don't know. The thing is, I feel like the developers surely must be aware that that was a possibility when they added that sword to the game. So I hope they don't patch it out, but yeah, I feel like if too many people start using and abusing it, that potentially the devs might be like, okay, we need to take this out of the game or nerf it somehow. But it's pretty ridiculous. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, I mean, we can do something similar with Untrari. We've got a build with Untrari that he can do. he can do some similar similar type of damage, but his requires a little bit more maintenance and sometimes doesn't always work exactly the way that you want it to. Shit. Okay, Kababia can probably tank that out, which means I'll just come up here with you. Yeah, the cutthroat has there's a build with the cutthroat that can do quite a bit of damage as well. We'll see if I don't know where we've got him. Okay, there he is there. Yeah. So with Antrari here, what we're gonna do, so we got to we do tactical order. So that boosts up, he'll be able to double the amount of valor, which is important because we're going to be using frenzy, which means he needs to be able to recoup the valor. But we'll have him go into action here in a second, but before that, we'll just come down here and clear out a few guys. Odin 2 is carrying a weapon that resets as well, but it's not quite as broken because you have to get a fatal blow with this, which you can't always do. We should have. Anyway, I just want to demonstrate what we can do with Antrari as well. But all right, so come down here. His build basically is focused around instinctive throw. So the nice thing with instinctive throw is that it resets his movement once this is upgraded. And he's also using this weapon Faithless, so basically he gets 2 additional throws, which means he can kind of chip away at other enemies once he gets into action. So essentially, Frenzy here, if he gets a kill with Frenzy, it resets. And basically what we need is he has to have someone use Tactical Order to give him Orderly so that he gains back 2 Valor. But we've put on his item the Brave's Oil to regain Valor, and he also has Valorous Kill. So once the Tactical Order has been hit, he's able to recruit Valor points. But basically, you want to go for soft targets, and then it resets his skill. Because this guy over here, he's not going to be able to kill him in one shot, which means that won't reset. And another thing you can do, so these guys over here. So actually, yeah, what I was gonna say is, so he can mop up a lot of guys as well. But what I was gonna say is another thing you can do is his instinctive throw and this weapon Faithless. It triggers even when you use a different, like one of your abilities. For example, if we taunt one of these guys, it triggers both throws with his weapon, and then we can kill this guy easily, and then he'll do the 2 throws on this guy, and then we can. So it takes a little bit more maintenance, whereas like the build with that sword, you just basically go ham with it, and there's no thought process aside from deciding where you're going to move and stuff. So again, we can use one of our abilities here. We'll put Galvanizing Shout on Kababia. Actually, we could have healed him as well, but it does the 2 throws, and then that way he's soft enough that we can take him out. And then he's got heaps and heaps of movement. Like, look at the movement on him. Alright, so come over here. We can't reach them, but we'll be able to use run, which will trigger the instinctive throw, and then it resets his movement. And in addition to that, it softens these guys up for us. And we can just come in here and hit them again with frenzy. And bingo banko. And then take this guy out. And then what you can do as well, you save your crippling bow. So while he can kill him, but if you're not going to be able to, if you want to weaken somebody to be able to hit them with frenzy, just use your normal attack first, and then you can do the crippling bow. Latara says, and thanks for the short story. No problem, man. Yeah, so I mean, there's a couple of builds that are pretty broken. A chroma that, like, this weapon is crazy broken. Like I said, there's not really any thought process aside from, like, deciding the best route so that you can kill the most guys is really the only thought process. Whereas Antrari does the same kind of thing. He can run through a shit ton of enemies, but you have to put, like, a little bit more thought into how you're going to take them down, because you won't necessarily be able to kill them all in the first go at it. But yeah, a couple of folks leveled up here. You know what? I'll give you a little bit more willpower. And a Zwain. Zwain is kind of one of our tanks. Though his critical hit is kind of lacking. But he is more of a tank. And another thing that you can, I highly recommend, and you usually have to get these guys earlier in the game, because once you get higher level, you won't be able to capture them, because most of the time the enemies that you're facing show up as seasoned, which means you can't capture them. But if you can capture yourself a wrongdoer, where did he go? This guy's Wayne. So the wrongdoer has this looting experience. The troop's critical damage is increased by 30%, which is awesome. Which, yeah, having one of these guys, and you can make them, they work really well as tanks. They don't have like a full skill tree, which is fine, because the passive that you get, that 30% additional critical damage, is a really good bonus. Mission completed.
If you wish to benefit from everything the black market has to offer, you will have to make your way there. In the meantime, you can deal with me. I take anything and everything, wherever it comes from.
Ilatar says, yeah, I'm using the throw setup, but without the oil. That's a good hint. Yeah, the oils are so key. Having the right oils on the right... actually, there's a few things we could probably sell here.
If you wish to benefit from everything the black market has to offer, you will have to make your way
some
there.
Of this junk.
In the meantime, you can deal with me.
Could sell some of these weapons, but probably...
It comes from.
Probably we'll just break them down. Alright. See if there's anything good in the camp here. Sheesh, that was... Shit, I thought I had it there. There we go. Poor Eagle Seamus, he's been injured so many times from picking locks. Though the trumpet is supposed to make these a little bit easier, but I don't know. Doesn't seem to be the case. Oh my god, we all that for this useless bunch of crap. I mean, not completely useless, but I feel like the medicine is probably worth more than the stuff that we got out of there. Rosenberg 1. Surely there's got to be something. God dang. Okay, there's a treasure chest. There's got to be something good in the treasure chest. As it's been pretty... Usually these bandit slayers, you'll find something decent for loot. Dang it. It's probably... Uncharted's probably got scars from where lockpicks have flown and hit him in the face and stuff. Like... Anyway. Oh my god. This is like the worst bandit's lair to freaking loot. What a... Surely there's got to be something else here, but I don't see anything else. I think that's it. That was incredibly disappointing. What a letdown. Oh. There's some hemp. Shit. What the hell? I'm tempted to rest just so that we can get this done, so that we know how to make... It teaches you to make lantern oil in the workshop. And we can search this one now, too. Heal you up. Yeah, I don't know. The thing is, now, like... Because we've got like a number of party members who are journeyman cooks, which means the speed our fatigue drops is even less. And there might be something else that's causing our fatigue to not drop so fast, but... Yeah, that's all fine for now. Yeah, what have we got in here? That's fine too. Let's check in on the thief. I'm not super anxious to go back in the goddamn woods. Shit, it doesn't look like there's anything to do here either. Yeah, the woods is definitely... It's starting to give me the heebie-jeebies. Not gonna lie. Alright, well, back in we go. And yeah, we're out of oil as well. Just stay moving and just move quickly, and hopefully... there's the rat infestation. Fuck, I hate doing these, but we should probably clear it because I took that mission. It shouldn't take us long. Yeah, it shouldn't take long at all, really. I hate how it deploys and you get poisoned right away, even though... Yeah. Anyway, I don't think we need to worry too much about where we're positioned and whatnot. Though I guess actually, should probably pick up some valor. And I won't put... Just put an archer down here to get to those. And I'm just gonna put you over here too. Anyway, alright, let's just get to work. Silver should be able to get some valor. Oh. Alright, fucking... Oh. Shit. Just come down here, stand right here. Alright, that looks good. And who's got a bomb? Let's bring poison berry. Poison berry. Dang it. Alright, well, we didn't put... I mean, it's okay. Yeah, toss the bomb in there, and then all crits, which gives us a ton of valor. Alright, just get out of the way. Okay, I thought he was going to go for the brood mother there, which would have been bad. So we want to take out the spores first. Ilitar says, have you tried using a brigadier in your squad? I restarted to get him with the high hopes, but the radius of passive is so small, I am not impressed. Shoot, man, the brigadier is the guy that you... He's the special character, right? Like, the one... Are you talking about the character that, like, is the Brigadier the guy that you recruit from the Purifiers? Like, if you recruit Taurus in Tiltrin, and then you don't heal him from the plague, and then you go talk to the Purifiers are searching for him, then you end up fighting them, or you can end up fighting him if you don't turn him over, and you can capture one of the guys. Is that the one? Because I tried to do that. Like, it took me forever. I was trying to set up the situation to get him, and then the situation arose, but the guys that, like, I only had a small party at the time, and the characters that I captured, I think I captured 3 characters, but none of them were the Brigadier. Like, the Brigadier, the only Brigadier that showed up was either the leader or seasoned, and we couldn't actually capture him. Ilitar says, yes, that one purifier. I have 2 sitting in the tavern. Really? Yeah, I was trying to figure out. Yeah, so I've never been able to get him, but that's curious that he's only. I didn't realize that the area of effect was small. Let's start taking out these s'mores. Spores, not to be confused with s'mores. Sorry, it's been a long day, and I haven't had like a ton of sleep, and yeah, getting a little bit loopy, and words are always hard. So there's that. But yeah, I was under the impression that it was like a passive ability that, like, it made it was, and that it just gave everyone the same guard as whoever's guard in the party was the highest, is what I had thought, but I guess that's not the case. Gee, Odin should be able to come down here and kill a couple of these. Yeah, see, Odin's another one of these guys with a weapon that resets every time you use it, but it's not quite as overpowered because it requires fatal blow, and you don't have a way to sort of soften up the enemies. But enemies that have been softened, or enemies that are not super strong, works really well against them. Alright. So that mops up all of those, and then you can come on in here. It's a little bit of poison, but just try and speed things along, though. There we go. Alright. Probably don't do that. Step this way, and there we go. Come over this way, and just... there we go. There's one more spore somewhere. Where's the final? Ilatar says, specifically waited long into the campaign and went in with a big party to spawn more of them. Ah, that's really smart. It's really, really smart. And Ilatar says, the Brigadier unit in Wartale has an aura leader support, which affects allies within range of approximately 4 meters. So you get the bonus if you are within 4 meters from the merc with bigger guards. So not that useful for range. Ah. Yeah, that's a little bit disappointing. I can't remember who it was that told me about it, about the character, but it made me think that that it was just a passive. But yeah, that's too bad. All right, cool. You know what? I think we have a recipe for rats now. We didn't need those carcasses though. It's gonna weigh us down. Fuck, we're overburdened. Get rid of those carcasses, and I think we are... yeah, we don't need 24 bodies. Shit. Hang on. Go into the camp chest. I want to keep a couple of bodies on us. I mean, they won't be hard to replace. But we'll just... let me just put a couple in the camp chest, and we'll drop the rest of them, because they are fucking heavy as shit. But I've never used the impaling stake. It's... I mean, additional influence is always nice. Influence is such an important currency in the game. It's always handy to have lots of it. But yeah, the hang on a second. Okay, yeah. Scapegoats. Bonus, you can spend influence to negotiate with the guard, though I guess we haven't been able to negotiate with the guard. It must be the fact that our crimes are so expensive now that even with 25,000 influence, we still can't negotiate with them. But yeah. Actually, sort by weight. Ah, shit, I did it wrong. But anyway, I just needed to split them up so that we can drop them. Where did those... Fuck. Though we are underweight now, but... Alright, cool. Ghost Pack is on the move, but let's also get on the move. And I guess we'll follow along the edge of the mountain here and just... I don't... What the fuck was that? Ah! Run! Alright, we actually escaped them there. Something's watching us. Shit. Oh, shit! Dang it. Oh, Ilitar, welcome to the Autobots. I apologize. I have set up notifications. There's supposed to be a little pop-up scene that pops up when someone, and we can't cancel this either, so we're gonna have to fight these guys. Yeah, there's something that's supposed to pop up when people subscribe and when people join and all that sort of stuff, but it unfortunately it's not working. My Streamlabs I've been meaning to investigate what's wrong with that, but oh, Santa Maria. 1,500 hit points on these guys. I think I'm going to use a chroma in this fight because, I mean, yeah, that way. Though there's another group of... Yeah, that's the other thing, is there's another group of these fucking things that's chasing us right now, too. I guess we should probably just try and make sure that we're... Who's up first for them? But, I mean, it should be fine. Just double check what the debuffs are here. Alright, so Untrari, emotional overload. For each valor point used by this unit, the troop loses 2 mental health. That's not good. So Untrari, we're not going to be able to really... I mean, we could use him, but... Lower your troops' mental health gets to looser your grip on reality. I don't know what happens if our mental health goes all the way. Nervous wreck. This unit cannot be hit by an enemy the entire fight. Fuck. I don't know what happens if she gets hit. If she dies, or if she runs, or what. Irrational Frenzy. This unit must end each turn engaged in combat. Is there anybody else with a debuff? Does not appear, so we've got to kill all of them. I'm just wondering where to start with you, where we can do the maximum, get the maximum of them. I think I'm gonna have you start actually no, have you start here. No, have you start here. She won't be able to get that one, but somebody else can get that one. Fuck it, let's go to it. But yeah, the only thing you really got to worry about with this is where to start her. This is gonna be curious because every time, So she's going to have to do a lot of strikes to kill these. But every time she does a strike, her damage goes up by 5%. She's doing 5% more damage every time she strikes. So I'm curious to see how much damage she's going to do by the end of this. And that's a little bit different than the build that in the video that I did with Archeon. If I had known, like if I had remembered about the Pirate's Lucky Charm, I would have put that on Archeon's helmet as well. But yeah, every time this unit lands a critical hit, critical damage increased by 5% for the rest of the battle. So, I mean, she lands nothing but crits. So yeah, by the time she's finished mowing through these things, I'm just really curious to see how much damage she does with each strike. Is she gonna be able to one-hit these 1500 health werewolves? My guess is yes, but we'll see. Kudastrana says, can pet the lichen? I don't know. Ilitar says, they have decent health, new animal tank, replacing bear. Well, like, I don't know how you get infected, but you can become infected by the werewolves. And your companions can become werewolves. And actually, like, one of the starting options, you can actually start with a party of werewolves. So, technically not an animal companion, but I guess maybe. I don't know. 224. 232. 241. Though I think it's just the damage is only going up by, like, it's not exponential how much it goes up. I think the 5% is just added from her base damage, I think. I would have to investigate how the I would have to do that. Yeah. Because I think if it was 5%, like if it was compounding, it would just get out of control, like, really quick, I think. Fuck. I don't think... Well, anyway. She doesn't have to kill all of them. Like, come down here and get these guys. But she's gonna lose a lot of movement doing that. Fuck it. I think it'll be alright. Yeah, just planning out a route to kill the maximum amount is just the only thing really you have to think about with this build. There's not really a whole lot of thought that goes into it otherwise. Though yeah, I guess because it's not, because the additional 5% is not compounding, she might not be able to one-hit one of these things by the end of it. But the thing is, I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to fight another group of these fucking werewolves after this. But we are leveling up pretty quick. Like we're gonna be max level here before too long, by the looks of things. Which will be nice because these things, level 16, I think level 17 is the max level enemies that you can face off against. So these aren't quite max level enemies we're faced off against, but she's only, Chroma here is only level 12. But she's, yeah, just last episode she leveled up to level 12. She just hit level 12. And then she's already almost halfway to level 13. Poisonous Misspell says, the thing is, this build is a little broken. How long before you/we kind of get bored? Because if they don't balance and we can use it, we will probably use it. LOL. With this build, it's no longer a survival game. Yeah, this is true. Well, we're probably going to have to retire her here before too long. I like having her in the party just to, you know, just in case. Just as like an emergency type thing to get us out of a situation. But you're right. It kind of, it definitely kind of ruins the game. For sure. But yeah, I wanted to use her here in this situation just because so many werewolves. I want to see how high her, now that I tweaked the build a little bit with the, I put the Pirate's Lucky Charm on her to increase the damage. So I just want to kind of see how much damage we can put on these things. But yeah, I'll probably keep her in the party, but try not to use her so often. I mean, we've got other tools, other ways to kill enemies, but yeah, she's kind of a nuclear deterrent, so to speak. But yeah, I cleared the arena in this area with her, and just, she could have done it on her own. Like, yeah, she's pretty much invincible, essentially. Which it, yeah, definitely does ruin the game. So broken is an understatement. But yeah, I mean, all they would have to do really to nerf it is just have like maybe a maximum amount of uses that it resets, and then. But like the thing is though, like surely the devs, when they put this in the game, surely they knew that this would be a possibility, right? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know how they wouldn't have seen this as the people doing this. But yeah, I thought we'd be able to get her up to be able to one-hit some of these 1500 werewolves, but doesn't look like that's going to happen. Yeah, Ilitar says most likely 5% base damage increases the crit bonus, not total damage. Yeah, if it was increasing the total damage, it would compound, like sort of like the way compound interest works. Which I think there's a really cool quote that's attributed to Einstein, if I'm not mistaken, where he says something along the lines of the most powerful force in the universe is compound interest. Yeah, which is true, and I mean that's why banks pretty much rule the world. I mean, pretty much is, yeah, not pretty much, they do. But yeah, anyway, I don't know, maybe next stream, when we start next stream, maybe we'll do a vote to see if we send a Chroma back to the fief and just keep her there, or back to the tavern and not use her, because yeah, the build is a little bit too broken, and I will more than likely continue to abuse it in certain situations. But like I said, we've got other tools to deal with the enemies. Like the party has kind of gotten to the point where we can pretty much deal with almost any situation. Like the game, I mean, there still might be a couple situations, especially if I make mistakes or whatever, where we could potentially get into a little bit of trouble. But it's been ages since we've actually lost a companion, even without a chroma. It's relatively new addition to the party. Shit, run. Okay, good. We made it out. Where are we? Ah, fuck. I didn't want to come back this way. Or did I? Yeah, London town. But yeah, I think maybe next stream we'll maybe do a vote and just see if we should retire her. Elitar says, well, you are using the weakest build in the game to compensate Warhorse. And we're not even controlling the Warhorse. This is the first time I've ever used a Warhorse in the game. Like, I've got over 1,000 hours in the game now. And I've never used one before because I just, I always sort of been had like a little bit of disdain.
Ways, my good sirs.
Oh, look at this. This is a rare tracker sensor. Trackers believe that the martial art of thaumaturgy originated in Harag, not Alizar, and indeed its renaissance began with the pillaging of tombs located in their lands. Healing scent gives it as many invigorating smoke as the unit has inhalations. Purge heals allies in the area for 10% of their maximum health for each inhalation consumed. Damn, for a healer, that would be pretty good. But yeah, the build there with the sword, if you haven't gotten her, like for lower levels, this helmet would be really good. Or taking the stamp from this helmet would be really good. Because the enhanced precision would get you additional critical hit. But anyway, yeah, what I was going to say, the devs, it would be pretty easy for them to... Ah, shit.
Did you think we were too busy hunting lycanthropes to notice what you're up to? You will pay for your crime.
Fuck. It would it would be pretty easy for the devs to nerf it. Just put a limit on to how many times it resets. Poisonous Misspelled says, if you're playing region locked at some point, you hit the refugees and you can capture them for income. Warhorse does little damage, helps you keep capturing. Okay. That's interesting. Interesting. Good to know. Yeah, because the refugees can be a little bit tricky to catch, especially like I said, if you're playing on region lock. The trouble is like you just end up killing them before you can get them engaged in combat, right? But there's a few ways you might be able to do it. Like you could take the weapons off one of your party members. And just use fisticuffs. You could use bombs. Bombs might allow you to weaken them a little bit. That guy is up first. Might back up over this way a little bit. I am getting a little bit tired. I'm having, I think probably do a little bit more exploring, and then I'm gonna try and make it a around 4-hour stream. So we'll go for about another 40 minutes. I'm starting to lose my voice as well. I can definitely feel the burn a little bit. But yeah, we'll try and only use a chroma here in last ditch sort of only in emergency situations from now on. But yeah, I don't know. I may just even just send her back to the tavern or the fief, so the temptation is not there to actually use her. Bollocks. Let's actually switch you with Kebabia. Put Kebabia here. I like the music. The music is kind of nice. I don't want to send you in there just yet. Actually, I might just send Zwain in to lock that guy into combat, just so he doesn't cause any problems. And then I think we'll bring. Let's put Silver over here. We'll use Silver and Otto to generate some valor. So we can also use bombs to generate valor too, which is also an option on Trari. We have the berry there. But yeah, I'm starting to have a little bit more difficult time thinking, but alright. I think this looks pretty good. Alright, yeah, so what we'll do is just come up here and just get you locked into combat so you can't cause any problems. Ilitar says, that's useful, but by the time Tavern should have you covered. Yeah. Poisonous Misspelled says, you can add this build to your top 10 favorite builds in places 1, 2, and 3. LOL. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do. So the last build list we did was what was the title? The top 10 best builds. But basically, I mean, they're not necessarily the best builds. They were just kind of my favorite builds at the time. I think that I'm gonna do a list, top 10 deadliest builds, and obviously that one is gonna be at the top. But yeah, I don't know. I'd probably put some crossbows in there. I don't want to necessarily use or put like rehash the same builds in the list. But I do want to put together another list of 10 builds that I really like. Who's up next? That guy, okay. Alright, we'll go with Otto here. Just giving back some valor. And soften them up a bit. Get rid of that guy. Shit, you know what? I forgot to do. Though I'll probably do it in between streams. But yeah, definitely Otto's bow. I'm going to take the Braves oil off. And I'm going to put explosive oil on. Because this bow with explosive oil could do some serious damage. Critical damage, like the sharpening oil. I feel like the sharpening oil is good even in the late game. Because the critical damage, like, it actually... I mean, this is the oil that's available in Tiltrin, in Stromcap. It's like one of the first oils available to you in the game. And I feel like it becomes more valuable later in the game. I think it's super useful. I mean, you don't necessarily need it. But with the pocket knife, he's getting an additional 25% critical damage. There's other oils that potentially could be better for specific builds or whatever, but yeah, I feel like that's one of the best oils in the game, or one of the What are the most useful ones? Poppy kicking some ass again. Right. So that guy and that guy. How much movement do you have? Bum, 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 bum. All right. I want to run across here. Yeah, fortunately. Try and pull this guy in too. Nice, nice, nice. Oh shit! He's out of range, but that additional damage, that's the explosive oil there. Dang it. I thought we'd thought he was gonna be in there too. But she might get them with... Okay, there we go. That works. Yeah, I feel like it's probably, like... Even though we have a chroma there, it's probably quicker just to do it with the rest of our companions. Just to do it the old-fashioned way. Because we've got other weapons that can kill people. Ilatar says explosive oil means they have to stand right next to each other. So at your current state, hitting nobody. Is it exactly right next to each other? Let me take a look at it. You might be right. Every time a skill damage has a 50% chance to also deal 50% of damage to enemies next to the target. Yeah. Though, I don't know. Hang on a second. That let's test it out, because we've got the explosive oil on. Where is? So if it's right next to them, it would have to be adjacent. So if they're close enough, Oomph also has the explosive oil on his. So I think. Shit. I want to deal with this guy. We'll test it out here in a second, but I just want to deal with this guy first. But yeah, I think if it was, who else do we have here? Oh, we do have silver. You know, the explosive oil would probably be good with, potentially be good with units using bombs as well. Shit. These fucking guys are, their guard. Anyway, I'm just gonna, taunt him. Who's the other guy that's got movement? Okay. I mean, these guys aren't super deadly, but they do have some units that are a fair bit tanky. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Though that was a bit of damage. Alright, yeah, let's test it out with what's his name? Oomph. Because I am pretty sure. Alright, so these three units, they're not adjacent to one another, right? But they're next to one another. So we come up here and use his weapon. shit, I don't know. Maybe you're right. I don't know. I need to investigate this more. Ah, shit. Can we get all 3 of these guys somehow? Actually, stand over here. Yeah, see, okay. Yeah, no, maybe I've been mistaken this whole time about the explosive oil, the way that it works. Huh. I don't know if I have any other units with the explosive oil on their weapon. Graves oil. Ilatar says, I also have it on an archer, but it triggers less than I expected. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I might try it out on there anyway. It's worth trying out on his weapon and see if we could do a little something with it. But yeah, I don't know. It seems like you're right. I don't know. I guess I haven't been paying attention all this time. But yeah, I guess they have to be a little bit closer to one another. I don't know. Okay. Just stand out of the way. Actually, send Booty in here because she can knock his guard off. Give him destabilization. Yeah, these units guard increased by 5%. Sackable currently 10%. Every time this unit is hit by an attack, they gain heightened guard. But yeah, hitting them with destabilization is important. When student engages in combat, they gain rivalry, and then yeah, damage taken dealt by the engaged opponent reduced by 30%. These vassals are very tanky. But yeah, if you can knock their guard off, then they're not quite as dangerous. Actually, I'm over here. Stand by silver and toss the bomb right there. Dang it. She could get all 4 of them, but she'd have to hit silver too. Yeah, we'll let them go. Poisonous Misspelled says maybe explosive oil on executioner that pulls them in, or a choke point fights. Yeah, it works really well with the executioner. What did we get here? Light armor, movement +2 armor. Yeah, this is a rare armor, but I don't know, there's nothing too special about it, though. I guess maybe armor 179 for a light armor is maybe good. It's already got 3 stars, but it doesn't give willpower. Trimmed in gold rather than being dyed yellow, just the sort of detail that's typical of waistcoats worn by Alizarian gentlemen. Trimmed in gold. Yeah, so maybe it's rare because it's trimmed in gold, but it's not, I don't know, it doesn't seem all that special to me. How are we doing for... Okay, yeah, we still got plenty of raw materials. if we can get out of the woods here. There was a merchant back that way. This is definitely spooky as shit. Fuck, the arena. It's not where I wanted to go. Though, let's maybe come up this way and take the road around. So, yeah, so let's follow the road. Yeah, see if we can follow the road through the woods here. And go back into the, back into town, maybe. Shit. Ruckle. Oh, man. It's getting really grindy. Oh my god, so many of them. Sanity increased. I don't know what that means. Alright, just don't deploy you. At least they're all kind of bunched up. This actually looks like a pretty easy fight. Yeah, they're all grouped up together there. Yeah, I guess that is why the oil is... It's tested out here with, we'll test it out with Lamborghini here. Chroma, just keep you in reserve. I don't think we're gonna use you. You in behind here. Yeah, Otto, you can position here. Where did I put Silver's? Yeah, Silver's right there. And bring the crossbows up a little bit. Alright, yeah, good enough. Okay. So, Lamborghini, it's got the explosive oil on there. Down here. Yeah, so it just only did... Oh, shit. She doesn't have enough valor to use her cutting maelstrom. Dang it. Maybe shouldn't have kicked off combat with her, but anyway. I should have waited till... But yeah, I think you're right. I think they have to be right next to each other. Kitty Gamer says, what's the difference? Wipe the enemy out and let them go? Okay, so... what happens is in a normal fight, so these guys were fighting the werewolves. So the werewolves have no morale meter, so we pretty much have to kill all of them. But in a regular fight, there's a morale meter, and basically you can trigger it to the point, like once you get your morale high enough, like gives you the option to let them escape. So if you I'm just trying to save on time because the fights are getting pretty big and a little bit on the grindy side of things, and we keep getting caught by those jackasses, the patrols. But if you do continue the fight, you'll end up getting a little bit more experience and a little bit more loot. But yeah, just to save on time, I'm trying to let them go for the most part. That's Seamus. Where did I put Otto? Yeah, Otto's over here. All right, let's get some valor going. Actually, let's use this first. Shot on him. 1200 damage in one hit is not bad. But yeah, I think Elitar is right that the explosive oil doesn't work the way that I thought it was working. But I mean, it's still, the explosive oil is still pretty good, but I'm just gonna run you to the other side here just to get you out of the way, and hopefully we can get Comrade up here. But that softens them up pretty good. Hopefully we can get rid of most of the rest of them here. Poisonous Misspelled says, yeah, you kill less enemies, less experience, and less loot. Yeah, that's essentially it. I wonder if we can. I wonder if there'll be like some kind of silver weapon or something. But definitely with these big, chunky enemies, definitely makes the bombs a little bit more valuable for sure. And the other thing I was gonna say was might be worthwhile to go and do the whatchamacallit, go through the pit, because the in the pit there are shit. In the pits, apparently one of the rewards in the pits is an upgraded bomb. Which could be quite valuable, could be quite useful in these situations. Uh-oh, kebab. Okay, who's next for them? He's not going to be able to reach. He can actually reach. Freebird. Yeah, see, we've got people in the way of Freebird here. Shit. Shit. This is a bit dangerous, but I do want to kill this guy. She's got... How did she end up with so much movement? Brave, swiftness, rage, okay. Somehow she got inspiration on her. I don't know how. But, anyway. Who's next? Can we get all four of them here? I don't think so. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. But 3 is alright. Dang, man. Okay, so that guy is the only guy we need to worry about necessarily. Da, 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 da. Dang it. Okay. We can just get in there and clear them out. See what Odin can do. Oh shit. Hit this guy with a headbutt. Dang it. Shoot, I should have popped that before I moved. Where's Andrari? Oh, there he is there. And just back up out of the way. Send the Batman into action. Where did we... Yeah, we should have left Silver maybe in the thick of the fight for a bit. Shit, I moved too close. God dang it. Though I guess, okay, we can use this. And just get out of the way. Ilitar says, I like the mace that deals percentage of maximum HP of enemy from the pits and give it to a wrongdoer that I have as a tank so he doesn't need to increase strength. Very interesting. That, yeah. You know, I haven't done, I've only done a couple of, like, the first pits, like the pits in Tiltron, and I haven't done any of the other ones. And so, yeah, definitely something, like, I was planning probably this playthrough, probably gonna do it at the end of the playthrough, but I mean, it might be worth doing before then. But I mean, we're getting pretty close to finishing this off. I mean, once we get through this current scenario, the whatchamacallit, this DLC, then all we have left is Ludern. Ludern, it's just the final mission in Ludern, and then we've got a little bit to do in the Skelmere place, and then the game is done. Aside from just mopping up a few things to get the 100% completion. So, I mean, it'll take us a little while to get everything done, but I mean, there's still a fair bit to do, but I'm pretty confident we'll most likely be done before the new year. It's possible we might even be done before Christmas. Because I am off next week, which means I've got plenty of time to play this, but I don't know, this scenario, I was hoping to get through more of it here today, but we've just been bogged down with, we end up in so many goddamn fights in here that it's really slowing things down, so might have to readjust my my strategy. But yeah, I think if we use the banner to fake innocence, then we won't get caught so often by the goddamn the guard out here. Because yeah, I'm having a hard time avoiding them in the woods because there's the line of sight. Like, pretty much, we only spot them when they're right on top of us, basically. Oh, look at that kebabia leveled up. Give him more constitution. He doesn't really need the movement, and because he's controlled by the AI and not me, I'd rather limit his movement, so that way we position him and he has to, you know, he's limited as to where he can go and what kind of shenanigans he can, what kind of trouble he can get himself into. But the reason why I like to have, like, with only 1 or 2 animals in the party, it's nice because basically he gets to use these abilities for free. He doesn't draw, like, when he triggers these, he doesn't draw from our valor pool. So we don't get to choose who he attacks and where he moves and all that stuff, but we get free free valor by him. Like, if we had a bigger party, like more animals in the party, then I'd definitely have like a beast, like one of those beast tamers or whatever, those beast controllers or whatever.
Might I interest you in my humble wares, my good sirs?
Alright, let's swing around this way and head back up to the town. Those guys are definitely following us. Hoseburg, where they have the hose. But yeah, I think this is probably a good place for us to call it a night. I'm running a little bit out of gas, unfortunately. We didn't quite make it, or I didn't quite make it to exactly 4 hours, but we got a bit of work done. I don't think we advanced any of the main story here in this second stream, but definitely a cool scenario. But it's feeling a little bit grindy tonight just because we don't have the tools necessary to get through the woods, and we're getting caught by the guard quite often. So I think probably what we'll do next episode is I'll bite the bullet and we'll fake innocence. I was trying to wait a bit so that this would cool down, so that, but we'll probably rest while we're in town before we head out again. Oh, very nice. Look at this. Bumblebee leveled up to level 12. Very nice. which means we can cook up another one of those braces. Or sorry, not brace, but halter. Yeah, I'm really curious to see what's going to happen when we have at least 10 horses at level 12. So, Shockwave, where's Bumblebee? Where'd he go? There he is. Yeah, the group moves around more stealthily. Aggression range for hostile groups reduced by 10%. Okay. Yeah, so what happens if their aggression range is reduced by 100%? Does that mean you're just never going to get chased by enemies? So how many of these do we have so far? We don't have it on Poppy. Alright, so Pony 1, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we've got it reduced by 70%. We just need 3 more, and then it's reduced by 100%. So I don't know. That's curious, but hopefully that helps us from getting chased down constantly, because yeah, moving through these goddamn forests has been really annoying. But I think next episode we'll take this road into the forest this way, and we'll just try and stay on the road and see where it leads. But yeah, we didn't even really explore too much area. Ilatar says, why no feral bear? It just it was we captured a whole bunch of bears before the feral bears were introduced to the game. So we've got replacement bears if Kababia happens to die, and I just haven't been bothered to actually try and capture one of the feral bears. But that's the main reason why. I had captured a whole bunch of bears before those feral bears were added to the game, so I just figured yeah. And I haven't been bothered. Like, I haven't even, like, anytime those hunt tracks pop up, I haven't even, like, actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, I haven't even seen the feral enemies in the game. I've never tracked them down yet. But anyway, there's too much other shit to do. Yeah, Ilatar says, good night, man. We'll most likely have diminishing returns, so you never hit 100%. Yeah, that's probably, maybe it could be it, but I don't know. Some of the other things in the game, like, it just seems like, yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I won't be back for a few days. I gotta work for the next couple of days, but starting Monday next week, I'm off for 2 weeks in a row. So we should be streaming quite a bit, and it's just one of those things. I will try and stream as often as I'm able. So the schedule will still be somewhat random, but we should be getting more action in. And the goal is to try and wrap up this playthrough, at least the main story, before the new year. Anyway, guys, have a great night. Otto signing out.